Welcome to Eventsheet. I'm going to give you a quick tour of how to use the platform to get you started. First thing you're going to want to do, if it hasn't already popped up, is make sure that your Facebook account is set up and Eventsheet is authorized on any assets that you plan on using. Once that is set up, you're going to want to create your first space. Space is a brand that you will be using to advertise. So if you hit the big plus here, you can set up your first space and give it a name and hit confirm. That will take you here into your space settings. Here is where you can set up the basic targeting options that you want to use for this space as a whole. You're going to want to define the ad account that you want to use on Facebook, select your pixel from the available pixels if you have one set up, as well as the Facebook page and Instagram account. If you want to go ahead and set up your audiences and you know what you're thinking, you can go over here and create a bunch of broad interests as well as similar interests that you'd like to use for different ad sets. If you want a little bit of a cheat sheet, you can go in here, put in an artist name in Spotify, and we will pull the available broad interests and similar interests and match those to whatever is available on Meta. Once you're set up, you can go ahead and get into the sheets. Sheets are where we live and breathe. This is a series of events. So when you first set this up, again, you're going to want to go into the sheet settings where you can sort of define your defaults for this sheet. You can go ahead and give it the sheet a name if you didn't do that during the setup process. Select your campaign type. Currently, we support both traffic and conversion-based campaigns. You can select the audiences that you'd like to use by default, as well as the age range and lifetime budget. The real-time savings, where we start to get into this, come here in the copy section. This is where you can give us templated copy for all of the events that you want to run ads for, and our system will automatically generate the copy using those values. You can set some default media. We have square as well as vertical. You can use static images as well as video. The idea is you just want to get all of these settings set up, get them ready in one place, and that'll be what is used by default for each event that you make within this sheet, unless you choose to override it. Once this is all set, you can either go ahead here and create one event and go through the modal simply by hitting plus, going ahead and editing and putting in your venue information. Select your start date for the campaign, as well as the ad end date, as well as the actual event date itself. If you want to separate the two, give you a little bit of buffer between the ads turning off and the show itself. If you want to override anything, again, you'll see that we've used the sheet default settings for everything. But if you want to change the age range or change the budget for this show in particular, this is where you can do that. You can see that we've already overridden the copy. If you'd like to generate new copy or write something from scratch or just do something entirely different, this is where you can do that, as well as overriding the media. If you are all set and everything looks great, it's as simple as hitting save, selecting that event from the list of events, or just hitting launch on that one, and we will go ahead and publish that event. If you'd like to use our bulk importer, all you need to do is download our events template here if you haven't already, generate all your information, export that as a CSV, and then import, which should look a little something like this process. Go ahead and select your tour dates. We will go ahead and parse all of that information, get it input in the system, validate the locations, and then get it going. As soon as that is done processing, you will see the list of events show. You can go in and edit each one of them accordingly if you want to override anything, or again, if you're ready to launch, you can select some events or all events and launch your entire tour in just a few clicks. Hopefully that saves you a little bit of time, and we're looking forward to helping you out. So feel free to ask any questions, and our team is always here to support.